I've been riding about a little over half a century, maybe 54, 55 years. I've been down highways, back roads, muddy roads, gravel roads, ridden through every kind of weather you can think of. Been to so many different parties with different clubs. I partied so hard, I'm amazed I survived it. And I made it through all of them. I left a few pieces of myself all along the highway back there, but I kept my sense of humor and my memory intact. So I had a best friend back around in the early 70s. We actually served together in Vietnam in the same unit, the Horrible Hogs. But we didn't get along very well because he was a squared away sergeant and I wasn't. So, but we had a cordial relationship. So then I started messing around with bikes when I came home in 1970. And 1972, this guy with long hair and tattoos, and long beard, walks into the bar, was bouncing in, and he walks up to me and says, "You Chalky?" And I had long hair and a beard and stuff then too. And I said, "Who wants to know?" He goes, "It's me, Woody." So it was this guy from Vietnam. Didn't recognize him to save his life. So I couldn't imagine how he recognized me. He said it was my voice. He always remembers my voice. Long story short, we found out we were both into motorcycles. So we became riding partners, bar brawlers, best friends, brothers. Plus we had that combat thing between us. So that blood was pretty thick until it wasn't. So I won't mention them because then I'd have to acknowledge them. And unlike Haley Joel Osment, I don't see fucking dead people. So anyway, we're sitting around. We're always looking for places to ride. And this is back in the early days, right? Back in the early 70s. So for us, a long trip was every year we would, Memorial Weekend, we'd head east on Route 20, up around Buffalo, cross over into Canada, and then ride the entire northern coast of Lake Erie through Canada and back down through Detroit. It was like a 4-day trip. For us back then, that was a pretty good ride. So then we heard through the grapevine about this party they were having down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It was the NHRA Record Championships was the official name of the race, but it was dubbed the Big Boogie of 78. And I've been to some parties. I've seen some crazy shit. I've done some crazy shit. And I've never seen anything like this thing. It was set up at a campground called, I believe, Beach Bend Park. And it was a huge camp. And it was like a park. But they had it sectioned off with a big fence. On one side were all the civilians with their motorhomes and their tents and their kids. And the other side was all bikes. And the only police presence there manned that gate to make sure that those two sides didn't intermingle for obvious reasons. But the only time the cops came in that place was when they escorted an ambulance in or out, which happened pretty damn frequent. But as soon as you crossed in that gate, it was like a scene off. It was like Bartertown from that Mad Max movie. It was insane. There were naked people. People took their clothes off as soon as they pulled in there and stayed naked the entire weekend. They actually had signs set up selling drugs. Get your acid here, get your weed, amphetamines, right out in the open. It was crazy. Nobody was hiding shit. So you got a bunch of drunk, high, naked people running around, and they were drag racing on those little asphalt pathways through the camp. They were drag racing on there. There were guys naked drag racing and wiping out. It was fucking insane.